Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Charles the Bands, and welcome you guys to another episode of the Dreamers Pro Show, where we cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, entertainment, when we give you guys a fresh perspective on things and how we see them. And today we have an excellent show in store for you guys. But before we get into it, please make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel. So I said, okay, today let's talk about some broader issues. Let's not be anchored too much into the day-to-day minutia of this game and that game. Let's talk about some serious issues. So this morning I was doing some research and I came across a pretty interesting article here from Awful Announcing, and it had the following headline, and it read the following. It said, Stephen A. Smith helped Chris Russo overcome Draymond Green's racist connotations accusation. Now, if you guys remember back maybe a year and a half ago or so, maybe a year ago probably, there was a segment where Chris Mad Dog Russo, JJ Redick, Stephen A. Smith, and Molly Caram on ESPN First Take. And I think they were reacting to something that Draymond Green may have said, because I remember the situation, I just don't remember 100%, where it was probably something he said in his podcast based off of something that he did on the court. And at that time, that's when Draymond Green's podcast was really doing well, because he was in a situation where his team was doing well in the playoffs, and at the end of every game, he would go do his podcast. So a lot of people would be interested to hear what Draymond had to say at those moments and times. So you had that. And then there was a segment on ESPN First Take where Chris Mad Dog Russo deemed what Draymond Green was doing was a bunch of complaining. He's like, yo, bro, nobody want to hear from you, right? And a lot of people felt the same way. Don't nobody want to hear from you. But during that segment, JJ Redick was there, as I just mentioned. And JJ Redick tried to essentially say that Chris Mad Dog Russo was speaking like a racist, or he was saying things that you would expect someone working at Fox News would say in response to Draymond Green's actions and comments. So what we want to do is, this should jog your memory. We want to play that clip for you guys, about a 40-second clip thereabout. We want to play that original audio because it's going to give this video the backdrop, and then we're going to come back and really get into what this article had to say here. So take a listen to this exchange here quickly.
I'll give you a large segment of older fans who have followed the NBA for 60 years, this is not a political scenario or a race situation, who have followed Wilt and grew up as a Knick fan, who loved Clyde and loved Reed and loved the Pearl.
I disagree with you on that. I'm not saying it's a race situation. I'm saying that the fans you're talking about, they talk about athletes that way, like you just talked about an athlete.
I think there's a lot.
The people on Fox News talk about athletes that way.
Well,
that's my issue.
And Fox News
that's my issue. I don't actually care about the fans that watched Bob Cousy play or watched Wilt play. I don't care. I appreciate that they've been NBA fans that long, but I don't appreciate the undertone.
So you heard that there. Fantastic. So now what we want to do is we actually want to get into this article where we read it, what Chris Mad Dog Russo had to say, and then where Stephen A. Smith came in and played a role. But before we even get into that, today's video is brought to you by a sponsor, Prize Picks. Prize Picks is America's #1 daily fantasy sports with over 10 million members. Prize Picks makes it easy to get real money action on the sports and players you love. You pick more or less on at least 2 for a shot to win up to 100 times your cash. For example, this week on Prize Picks, I'm looking at the upcoming NBA schedule and selecting Stephen Curry for more than 29 points and Kevin Durant for more than 27 points and Anthony Davis for more than 12 rebounds and Luka Doncic for more than 8 assists. If you're like me and you like to play it safe, you'll love Prize Picks' new feature, Flex Plays. It's the safest way to play. You can still cash out even if your lineup isn't perfect. Plus, you can double your money even if one of your picks doesn't hit. On top of this, Prize Picks puts their members first, so all withdrawals are fast, safe, and secure. When my picks hit, I can get my money as quick as in 15 minutes. So download the Prize Picks app today and use code CLNS to get $50 instantly when you play $5. That's code CLNS on Prize Picks to get $50 instantly when you play $5. You don't even need to win to receive the $50 bonus. It's guaranteed. And remember, whenever you support this sponsor, you're supporting this channel. Thank you. Okay, so let's get into this article here. It's a bit long, but let's get into it. It says, less than 3 months into his tenure on First Take, Chris Russo found himself in a controversy with Draymond Green that required help from Stephen A. Smith. Russo and Smith joined the Howard Stern show on Sirius XM Wednesday morning, and during their hour-long interview, Russo recalled an example to help explain how a great partner Smith The article then goes on. A couple of years ago, I got wordy and got myself into trouble on the show where we were talking about Draymond Green of the Warriors. Russo remembered, and as I used the term, just used it off the top of my head, didn't think anything of it, that Laura Ingraham uses on Fox. The shut up and dribble thing with LeBron and Redick was on, and JJ jumped on me pretty good. During the discussion about Green on Monday, May 4th, 2022, Russo said, shut up and play on the heels of the Warriors forward getting ejected in Game 1 of their playoff series and flipping off fans while leaving the court in Game 2. Russo's comments, however, drew immediate pushback from Redick, who said that's the sort of connotations that shut up and dribble stuff crowd has towards athletes, and I have a real problem with that, Redick later added. Then he went on to say a few other things. Then it moves on and says, in response to Russo shut up and play comment, Green went on his podcast and said definitely had a racist connotation. While Russo insisted this had nothing to do with race during his initial debate with Redick, it undoubtedly wasn't a great look. A month later, we had the shooting, Russo told Stern, and Steve Kerr of the Warriors the night before did a post game and stormed off in the post game basically in tears. This has to stop. Gun control. This was Tuesday and I'm on Wednesday. So Molly Karam goes to Stephen A, and basically Stephen A said nothing for 5 seconds. He goes to me because he wanted me to give my opinion on it to almost overcome the JJ Redick thing. I did about 3 minutes and we had 12 million hits on that. And Stephen A did that on purpose because he knew the month before I got murdered by Redick, coming across the old fogey Fox doesn't get it. This time I went to the other way with the gun control because most Republicans don't believe in gun control and I do, and he gave me the forum to do that. That's how good a partner Stephen A. Smith is. And then Stephen A. Smith then said, I know JJ, he didn't mean any harm, Smith added, but it took on a life of its own. And these were accusations of racial insensitivity and all of this other stuff that was coming in Doggy's direction. So my attitude was, first of all, it's not true. Secondly, he's my partner. I'm not going to let you talk to him like that. And then the article then goes on to say a few other things there as well. You can read it for yourself. What are my thoughts on this entire exchange? Do I believe that Chris Mad Dog Russo's comments were had like a racial element to it? No. Nope. I didn't think so then, and I don't think so now. And the reason I didn't think so then, and I don't think so now, is because we all know Draymond Green is annoying as hell. We all know that. Draymond Green annoys his own coaching staff. Draymond Green has punched his own teammate during a practice that got revealed on camera, whatever it is. Draymond Green has been known to have issues with players on the court. He has known to do crazy things on the court. Last one, he did some backhanded slap or whatever. Just all kind of crazy stuff, running around, kicking dudes on the balls, doing Shoryukens, all kind of crazy stuff. What I took away from that moment was Draymond Green found an opportunity to turn himself into some type of victim, which he always seems to do, race-related or not. Whenever things go wrong on the basketball court, it's never Draymond Green's fault. He never seems to find a way to take accountability for it. And what Draymond, I believe, saw in that moment was an opportunity to shift blame from himself and his actions to pass it on to what's his name, to Chris Mad Dog Russo. And then JJ Redick jumps up there, who was a total clown in my personal view, trying to talk about athletes are not going to be spoken to this way. Athletes, I won't sit here and let you talk about it. Meanwhile, he disrespects an entire segment of NBA fans. I don't care what NBA fans are that group. So you're so concerned with how people are talked to and respect, but you just totally disrespected an entire segment of NBA fans. But we're supposed to take you seriously. Because JJ in that moment is saying the emotions and the feelings of athletes supersede those of these little puny minions and fans that cover the game, that line our coffers with millions and millions of dollars. So I don't give a damn about what JJ Redick was talking about. JJ Redick was just up there playing some stupid game that he normally does. This is what they say on Fox News. This is what they say on Fox. Man, please stop with all that nonsense. I understand there are moments where, hey, look, there is racism or there's some type of connotation involved. I get all of that, but that wasn't one of them. That wasn't one of them. Look at the culprit. We're talking about Draymond Green. Are you kidding me? We're talking about Draymond freaking Green here. Like, what are we talking about here? The guy that goes around, does all kind of crazy stuff. He said what Russo said was like, yo, enough is enough with the nonsense. And a lot of black people said the same thing too. So with the black people that said, yo, enough is enough, they racist against Draymond. Like, let's stop the nonsense already. Let's stop the nonsense. And I know there's some people going to watch this show. Oh, yeah, man. You see, Charles, man, he don't really get the calls. And you can kiss my ass with the calls and all of that. My record is 100% clear. There are a lot of shows we produce on a bunch of different issues. Hell, we produce a show about it today where I've made my views 100% clear on these issues. But I'm not going to sit up here and just placate at every single moment to, oh, man, stop all that nonsense. Stop all that now. We're not going to use racism on frivolous moments like that. When real racism occurs, let's please apply it there. Let's not apply it to every little frivolous thing. And then when serious things happens, when serious things occur, no one takes it seriously because we're trying to apply it to every little measly thing. I didn't view any of what Chris Mad Dog Russo had to say as some kind of racist. I didn't view any of it. That was just Draymond trying to play victim. And then, of course, you got JJ Redick up there with his disingenuous ass trying to talk about respect. You should respect the athletes, but you don't respect the fans. And we supposed to be taking you seriously. If you don't kick rocks with that nonsense, I never took JJ Redick seriously. Y'all could take him seriously. I never do. These are my thoughts. Whatever you guys think, please leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section. We catch you guys on the next show. Peace.